right, Aztec fans, a great win last Saturday versus the Spartans of San Jose State. And probably the most balanced attack, most balanced game we've seen from San Diego State in quite a while. What we're going to be discussing today and some of the highlights of the play are some key points that I noticed as a coach, what I really like what I'm seeing from our Aztecs. And a lot of credit has to go to Brady Hoke, the coach, for how aggressive he was with a lot of his calls, the balance that came from the special teams, and of course our defense. But big ups for Coach Horton and Coach Lindley, how they're really marrying a lot of things up according to the skills of this young, great quarterback that's really having a fantastic season. You know, a young Mayden, he's doing a great job. And this play here that I want to go over with you guys is this 3rd and 16 play, pretty big play. We got a 3-point lead, and we've really struggled on 3rd and longs here earlier in the season. And what you're seeing now from the Aztecs is you're seeing a lot of good things from everyone. And that is everybody, as far as the skill positions, has a defined role. And you're seeing this defined role really being done and implemented well by the players, executed well by the quarterback as far as reads are concerned. So we're going to cover these and what made this 3rd and 16 a successful play. What we're going to have here is you're going to have yourself what we call a pivot route by our X receiver that he wants. His purpose is to really occupy this Mike linebacker here. He wants to utilize this space and make this Mike linebacker have to make a decision. The Y position here, the tight end, his job is to occupy this safety. This is the strong safety in this case, to the strong side of the field or where the tight end is at, and he's going to run a clear out. The Z receiver, the flanker here, his job is going to be to occupy this DB to get him out and running his clear out. And the F here, which is the guy that's replacing the fullback, he's going to run a dig route. Some programs call it a basic route. He's going to run a dig route at the sticks is what he's going to do. So it's going to be a 16-yard deep route, trying to take advantage of the X receiver occupying this guy. The running back is going to be in a full out scat because there's no extra pressure coming, where he's going to swing out, making sure that he's occupying these two with this swing action. He becomes the outlet. And what we're going to see from Mayden is he's going to read in a great way, the proper read as he's reading 1 to 2 here. So we're going to go ahead and play this. And immediately what you're going to see is you're going to see that X receiver coming right now. And his purpose, again, he wants to get there quick because he wants to help out that quarterback's read. He wants to get there really quick to get into this guy's vision, make him make a decision. That Y job is to get through here as fast as possible and threaten this guy, get him backpedaling. If he sits, blow right by him. Mayden's job is he's going to look this way to hold this safety. And as he goes, you're going to see this Y clear out of that. And now you see the X receiver come and become right into the frame of the quarterback. He wants to get into this space and make himself available and make this linebacker here, the Mike linebacker, sit on that. Just cause him to hesitate. And then what that does is it helps this receiver, the F, get out of the vision of this guy, gets behind him. And so now really it's just the safety that's going to be cleared out. And you're going to see him come underneath on a dig route here. He occupies him, makes him sit. He's done his job. He's an available target if he needs to, but he's done his job. He sat right there, and then the timing of it is going to be perfect because now he's finished his footwork, and he's going to deliver a great ball on that wake because of what the tight end has done, creating some space with this guy, and he delivers a great throw, moving the chains on a 3rd and 16, and everybody played a role. Matthews, the Z receiver, kept the DB stretched horizontally. We saw a swing route from the running back, keeping the zone stretched horizontally. The tight end's role was to stretch the zone vertically, and then the X played his role by keeping that Mike linebacker short, you know, where he's maintaining a mid-level drop. And then, of course, the F takes advantage of that. Everybody had a purpose, makes a difficult situation look easy with an easy 17-yard completion, move the chains. Great job by San Diego State. Great job and great call by Coach Horton. Way to go, Aztecs. All right, Aztecs. Here's the next play that I really want to go over that I'm really liking how Coach Horton is really designing things that are really perfect fits for Mayden. And it really puts itself in a position where he can be successful as a thrower and, and have an easy option to keep staying ahead of the chains for our offense. On top of that, though, that where Mayden is really benefiting Coach Horton is that he brings in an element I call the Mayden factor, that if something isn't there, he has the ability to use his God-given ability to just create positive play out of something that maybe wasn't there. We're going to go over this play in a little bit in detail, though, and kind of explain why this is a great call, why it makes sense, why it could have been ran with success, that it was actually there, but the quarterback really wasn't comfortable with it and made a great, quick decision. Even though the play was there, he still made something positive out of it. And look for this play here in the future from the Aztecs as they continue to grow from this, because it's real good stuff. What we're going to have is we're going to have a play action play. It's going to be basically a stretch, a wide zone stretch from the O-line and the quarterback. This is an RPO. It's going to be an option for the running back to keep the ball if the quarterback lets him have it. So you will see linemen get upfield here. But it also gives the option for that quarterback to pull that thing out and throw the quick out that's going to be run by Matthews. The key point is that the quarterback has to make a quick decision. If he's going to let the running back have it, then it's a run play, and that's what the linemen are going to assume, that it's a run play. If the quarterback decides that he is going to pull that thing back, he has to throw the ball on rhythm before a lineman get upfield, or else it's an illegal pass play. So it's all on him to make sure he's efficient with his read, quick with his read. It's also on Matthews here, the receiver, to make sure that his route is precise, because these two, quarterback and the quick out runner, Matthews in this case, have to be exactly perfect on their timing is concerned. So you're going to go ahead and see this zone read action. Now, one thing I will say, as a former offensive play caller myself, I've always used to tell our receiver coach, anytime we have any play action, I need our quick routes, especially if it's something that's used to being 5 yards deep. I need you to add a yard or two whenever it's a play action, because the timing of it is different from what if it was just a straight drop back, a 3-step and throw, 5 and hitch. Routes need to be a little bit deeper than normal. So you're going to see San Diego State kind of play with this wrinkle a little bit, because the timing could have been perfect, or it could have been done a little bit better. But here we're going to see this play. It's a real nice play. You're going to see a zone read here. And what he's looking at really is what this safety does. If this safety is going to come and play and be an added defender that's going to enter into the box to be an extra run support, this quarterback's got to know that he is making a decision. The strong safety here is making a decision that he's going to become a run stopper, and it takes him out of basically getting out of the passing lane of what this quick out is going to be. Look for San Diego State to play with this scheme, where you're going to see quick outs and you're going to see vertical routes, a post behind this. If you see future defenses making the decision that they want to use their strong safety, once they read low hat, that they're going to come down. This is the big benefit, by the way, of an RPO, because it shows low hats, it shows run blocking to secondary guys, and it really brings this secondary help up, giving nice options for receivers to get behind and force a true one-on-one deal. Now you see him, he's going to pull it. And right now, young quarterback here, he's going to get coached up on this. He needs, once he pulls it, once he sets that back leg, he needs to pull that trigger on this quick out. He decides he doesn't like it, even though it's there. All right. Something that a young quarterback is going to get coached up on the sideline. Hey, just trust it. You've been doing a great job trusting everything. It's 1st and 10. You throw this dart. He goes straight out of bounds after throwing that dart. It's 2nd and 3. We like that option. He doesn't throw it. And for most quarterbacks, that's going to be a big negative there. And he's got 2 guys coming at him, with the 3rd guy about to enter into the picture. And then the Mayden factor comes into play. He comes, sees it, doesn't like it, and he just lets this instinctive ability of his take over, and he picks up 11 yards on a play that he turned what could have been a positive, didn't trust that first read, and he makes it into a positive anyways when it had a real big potential of being a negative. This aspect of his game, the Mayden factor of just taking plays that probably are not going to do much, or at least there's a second guessing that's taking place during the play. He shows the ability that he's going to make something positive out of it. Very impressive play overall when I see improvisation by the quarterback, but very impressive by the coach that he really married up a play on a RPO concept for a quarterback that really has a quick trigger, just didn't trust his read that time. And so for young coaches, they look at that and say, hey, trust it next time because that's going to be there. Look for it, San Diego State Aztecs. You might see something more vertical coming out of that. Like we said, that's something that you might see as safety help continues to come into play, that they go on top of that rather than running that quick out. All right, a lot of good stuff and overall and everything that we saw from San Diego State. Here's another type of philosophy that a lot of good offensive play callers, once they get in a rhythm and things are really looking good and they're seeing the field right, they know their quarterback is seeing the field right, it really does give you the benefit on a down like 2nd and 10 where defense knows, okay, most offensive play callers really want to make that a 3rd and 5, 3rd and manageable type of situation. So short routes really can have a strong effect on a down like 2nd and 10 because defenses will respond to that quickly simply because they're expecting a short and medium. Defensive coordinators, they kind of look at the way offensive play callers call plays. They also know that every offensive play caller really wants to find themselves in a 3rd and medium situation. So 2nd and 10 really is a real popular down to just go with some medium concepts, give the quarterback a chance to get an easy throw or at least run the ball depending on what the box looks like so that you can at least get yourself in a 3rd and 7, 3rd and 6 situation. And it's not so much a 3rd and 10. Offensive play callers don't like to be in that situation. Coach Horton in this situation really does a great job where he takes advantage of that kind of mindset that he expects the defense to be in. That he's going to give himself some short concept routes here in the bunch package here. But he's also going to give a Dino type route here that takes advantage of a single high safety in a one-on-one situation. Coach Mariucci, when he was at Cal Berkeley as their head coach, he used to always use a saying that, you know what, anytime we get inside that 25-yard line, that's going to alert us that we want to take a shot. We want to go for it and take a shot at the end zone here. Coach Horton's kind of married that concept that we want to present short concepts with the bunch, but we also want to have that attack concept with the single receiver. Mayden here, the quarterback, does a brilliant job, coached by Coach Lindley, and you can really tell how he's really helping him out and all, of utilizing his eyes in such a way that he manipulates the safety or takes advantage of safety movement depending on where he wants to go. And so Coach Horton's design that gives all these options here on the short and medium, which is a very positive play if we can get it, or taking a shot aspect of it, of really taking advantage of defenses that either want to be aggressive and bring linebackers low, or at least defenses where you can make a safe assumption that they're assuming that they're going to go ahead and jump on shorter routes. So here we go. We're going to get ourselves a spacing concept up top. And what you're going to see here from up top, and we're just going to cover this first, is that you're going to get a tight end that's going to get a clear out here, and we're going to get an occupied here. And we've got Matthews here. He's going to run himself an out route is what you got. His angle is very important for the quarterback, just in case this is the concept here, that the quarterback decides he wants to attack. And that is safety's going to, or Matthews here is going to attack this outside shoulder, becoming a vertical threat and breaking that off and taking advantage of all this real estate that he has for him. Going to have ourselves short curl route by our F where he's going to sit. And this tight end, he's coached up in a way that if he feels it's zone, he will sit. If he feels it's man, he's going to continue on to take advantage of this real estate. So what you have in this play is you have some great short concepts on a 2nd and 10, which is what a defense will expect. You got a winner right here that can give you a nice 3rd down situation if he gets tackled right away, if there's a completion. You got a winner here as he continues to go on. But the concept that Mayden wants to go with is he wants to take advantage of a safety that's fielded himself from the snap of the ball where he goes from the hash, that he goes in the middle of the field, and Shavers runs a great route, getting inside on that, and we get that attack mode, taking advantage of a single high safety. So let's go back to now focusing now on this route. Once Mayden has made the decision that, you know what, I really like what I'm seeing with the single high, they're showing man coverage right here. You know, we're going to take advantage and see what this safety does. Once he's made that decision, then it's up to him to manipulate this safety. Well, the safety kind of takes himself out completely. You see a safety playing 2 yards outside the near hash, and then immediately he's going to attack that middle. Quarterback is going to go ahead and sell it with his eyes to get that safety to feel comfortable that his approach to this play is correct, that he wants to lean himself to be another option. And it really is a brilliant job by Mayden as he finishes his footwork, that he's going to take a quick peek at that safety to make sure that his body language with his eye placement has manipulated the safety like he wanted to. And then it's all about timing, that he puts that back foot, hits that ground or hits that last foot, and then he's going to deliver it and just place it in front of him. Just pops him and leads him with the safety way over here in the center of the field. True one-on-one. Great catch by Shavers here. Ball could have been placed in front of him a little bit better, but it's a great read. Brilliant catch by Shavers. Gets inside and puts the offense at the 1 yard line. Huge play, massively important because it really shows signs from this Aztec play caller and Coach Horton that him and Mayden are really on the same page. And I'm going to give you a short concept married with the aggressive concept, and it's up to you, quarterback, to make sure to make the right decision. And if we see a safety do one thing, let's take advantage of it and let's go for that home run and attack it. If he ends up staying on one side, let's take advantage of a lot of the winning routes that bunch set, which gives us some very good options there. San Diego State is really doing a nice job of doing the common sense things that it takes to stay ahead of the chains and keep our offense in manageable situations where you're finding yourself in a lot of 2nd and mediums, a lot of 3rd and mediums or 3rd and shorts. And Mayden continues to make really great decisions for our offense. And it's not surprising that we played a very good football team and beat a very good football team in San Jose State and kept them off balance all night. Great job, Aztecs.